instead of spending money on people that are ruining our country. I delivered you the largest tax cuts in American history, and we'll do it again. We're going to get them lower, but we're going to do something else. No tax on tips. No tax on overtime. And no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. And I'm asking every citizen all across our land to join me in launching a new golden age for America.
All right, new golden age for America. Love that. Joining us now, Texas Congressman Wesley Hunt. Wesley Hunt, thank you for returning to the show. What'd you think of that little clip?
Thank you, Larry.
He's up in Saginaw, Michigan. I know you've been traveling with, if I'm not mistaken, in some of these places. A new golden age in America. Cutting taxes, cutting spending, deregulation, open up the fossil fuel spigots. That's all in that speech. It's pro-growth. It's anti-inflationary. I mean, what do you think about it? People will say, oh, it's just campaign promises. You think he'll actually do it?
Of course he's actually going to do. And I got to say something. Donald Trump is the James Brown of politics. He is the hardest working man in show business. Let me tell you something, Larry. I was with him all day yesterday. He did a swing down here through Texas. He did 4 speeches in one day, and I watched him do it because he is fighting every day for everyday Americans. No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, allowing everyday Americans to keep more money in their pockets so they can make better decisions. And especially in this era of such high inflation, this is exactly what America needs. We need to re-jumpstart our economy by allowing every single citizen to make their own decisions. And let me tell you something. The world is on fire. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are nowhere to be found. The border is on fire. Inflation is on fire. Israel is being attacked. You can't imagine a world right now that we can't have 4 more years of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And what President Trump is laying out, especially from an economic standpoint, benefits America. If you want to talk about being America first, if you want to talk about putting the priorities of the taxpayer first above any other country, this is the plan to do it. And President Trump is absolutely going to execute on everything he is promising right now.
You know, Congressman Hunt, we had an Iranian expert, Middle East expert, and all-around smart fella, Brian Hook. I don't know if you're acquainted with him. He was in the Trump administration, national security area. Iranian expert, okay. And I asked him, why not let Israel take out Iranian oil fields, or why not let Israel take out Iranian nuclear installations? They've taken out Hezbollah, essentially. They've taken out Hamas. Yeah. They've done for us what we can't do for ourselves in the current administration. Joe Biden's still calling, whining for a ceasefire, which is absurd. So I'll ask that question to you, Congressman. Why not just let Israel be Israel, let the IDF be the IDF? They're winning. They'll keep on winning. Why not let them take out some oil fields? Why not take out the nuclear installations?
I want to say this first, Larry. When President Trump was the president, this wasn't happening. In fact, Iran was broke. And then after giving them pallets of cash, they are now on track to have a nuclear weapon. We saw what just happened with Israel a couple of days ago with 200 rockets flying into the Iron Dome, and not a single one got through. That's the black eye for the Iranians. And right now, the Israelis should absolutely pounce on the opportunity to counterstrike and do whatever it takes to take out their financial ways that they are attacking Israel. Absolutely, they should go after their oil fields. They must take out their nuclear weapons. And the reason why I say that is because Iran has promised to use those nuclear weapons once they are developed against Israel's and her allies. And that also includes us, for those that are not watching. So this is an opportunity for the Israelis to strike and strike now and to end this war. And what I love most about what President Trump told me yesterday on the plane is that he wants people to stop dying. And if we can end all these wars and get back to where we have a strong America, where we are leading from the front and not relying on other countries like Russia, like China to run the world's going to be safer. America's going to be safer. Israel's going to be safer. Our allies are going to be safer. But we have to cut Israel loose. We have to give them the opportunity to defend themselves and end this war so people can stop dying.
You know, Jerry Baker, former editor of the Wall Street Journal, wrote a great column about it. I did my opening riff about his column the other night. you know, at some point, the rest of the world, certainly the free world, will thank Israel. Israel is doing for us what, I don't know, what we wouldn't let them do for ourselves. I mean, we will thank Israel for helping us. I mean, they're the most heroic country right now. I mean, Trump is right about stopping the body counts and so forth. Iran, listen to this, Wesley. You may know this. Iran is now producing 4 million barrels a day. Okay, and they're selling it to China, mostly, others, but mostly China. And they're close to $100 billion in foreign exchange reserves because of these oil sales. When Trump left office, their production of oil was down to, I don't know, 600,000 per day. So 600,000 per day, and nobody was buying because we had sanctions enforced, okay? Now there are 4 million barrels a day, and China and others are buying it. And so Iran is rich. That's why they pose a threat. And that's why I think, I don't know, Joe Biden says to Israel, don't do it. I wouldn't say any such thing to Israel. Sounds like you agree with that point.
I absolutely agree with it. And I'm sitting here in Houston, Texas, the energy capital of the world. And the oil that Iran doesn't produce, I can assure you we could produce it right here in the Permian Basin, right here in the Marcellus Shale, right here in Alaska, right here in this country. We can supply the world with safe, clean, and affordable energy. So in my opinion, let's take out Iran. I'm not concerned about what they could produce. This country, if we unleash American energy, can definitely pick up that slack. I like that strategy a lot.
Wesley, I got 30 seconds. There's never enough time. You know I love talking to you. 30 seconds.
Love you back.
It's surfacing that I just heard this. FEMA, it turns out Mayorkas says FEMA doesn't have enough money to help these poor people from Hurricane Helene down in the Carolinas and Georgia and Virginia and Tennessee and so forth. Doesn't have enough money. Those people are dying. They're getting strangled down there. Where'd all that money go? We've appropriated hundreds of billions of dollars over the years. Where'd that money go?
I find it very interesting that we could send the Ukraine over $240 billion, but we don't have enough money here to save our own Americans. And for the record, Joe Biden talked on the phone for 2 hours yesterday. Where is he during this disaster? Where is Kamala Harris during this disaster? They are nowhere to be found. And I can agree more with you. If we could appropriate all these funds for all these other countries and all these other projects, what happened to putting the average American first, especially under duress?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wish I could talk longer. We'll get together down there, and the two of us will carve out a spot in the swamp, and we'll have supper together one of these nights. Wesley Hunt.
Come on down. We'll fix all the world's problems.
I'm afraid to, but Congressman Wesley Hunt, thank you, sir, very much.